saying immediately reses him.
Reynosa with the big coalescence there, keeping so many low members back up to manageable health. But now UCLA comes out with one of their own and sets up Reynosa to fall.
Another Dax using that coalescence, doing a phenomenal job of doing damage and healing as well. Agent Snow falling ridiculously low, but getting a clutch barrier from Super Micro, helping him stay alive just a little bit longer. Juggernaut and Pip coupled together with that Graviton Surge from Sureku cleans House of Arizona, and all 5 characters, with the exception of iProgress, who was already dead, falls.
UCLA, they do take the fight in convincing fashion. It was a very extended one, but the res onto Raxa did get some good battle. Let them keep that going. Allows them to establish stuff. Arizona can't properly group up like they want to. They can't set up the coherent defense there. iProgress cannot catch a break here.
Raxa with another clean, 2 clean headshots. Revenus goes down, iProgress goes down, and there we see Agent Snow. He knows he has to take out Raxa if his team has any chance. He gets in the backline. He does as good as anyone could to take out Raxa, and he does, but that's why right there, it looks like they are going to fall down quite a bit. Another Dax using his Coalescence ultimate right there, coupled with a counter Juggernaut, an ultimate from Super Micro rather, and it looks like Arizona is going to be taking a majority of the benefits from that fight, as Not GM cleans house, coupled with that Graviton Surge ultimate from Super Micro. Amazing team synergy from University of Arizona to halter UCLA's push. Beautiful stop, the Graviton Surge when her team is out of position. It actually looks like Sureku is going to counter, doubled with Pips. Oh my! Pip with the Rocket Barrage. 5 kills, a team kill from UCLA. You were just saying just that, Sleek.
Sureku doing so much. Got everyone in the Graviton Surge, and the one person his far couldn't cleans up himself. Amazing.
Great team synergy coming out of UCLA, and Raxa has just got the opportunity to rain tear iProgress. Pops his tac visor. Raxa says, not on my watch, not on my push. Juggernaut, Pip, Sureku, everyone from UCLA is on fire with the exception of another Dax. It looks like he needs to be the only person to pick up his game a little bit, but even then, those Coalescence ultimates Arizona is going to be taking. Arizona choosing to go on the flanking route, like we previously said, playing Overwatch, probably going to come in and help out Arizona a little bit.
They'll need a 7th man here. Now, the Graviton Surge will come out, but they're in the Winston Bow. Buys them a little bit of time, but the damage, too good. Pip takes 3, Raxa takes 2 more, and Juggernaut and Pip round it out.
Fantastic job from the 2 coupled right there. Another team ultimate, and Sureku and Raxa seem to be doing a majority of the damage.
But Sureku actually fell off the map. Now, Not GM has his Dragon Blade, wants to clean up house here, but Juggernaut shuts him down. Agent Snow in the primal rage, but it's one monkey against the world here. He wants to stall on this point, get his teammates back, but he's only got so much health, and that's about to run out.
Agent Snow falling down to 86 health before finally getting healed by the saving grace of his best to get back on the point and try and put a wrench in UCLA's defense. Raxa falling low, but getting healed up by his Mortar. Agent Snow taking out Juggernaut. Arizona may have a chance right here as 2 characters just barely fell for UCLA.
Huge coalescence drives back UCLA, gets point control for Arizona. UCLA has an uphill battle, get back in time. Not able to do it.
Fabled McCree, iProgress doing as good a job as any of putting damage, but getting sucked into a Graviton Surge right there, and Raxa couples with his High Noon ultimate. 3 people immediately fall down for Arizona, followed by a 4th and another Dax. Sureku's Graviton Surge ultimate not allow that to have any benefit. iProgress not quite sure where the High Noon is maybe. Raxa actually getting zoned out a little bit, not getting anyone. iProgress counters and immediately takes out Sureku, but he gets healed by Sang.
Immediate value out of this Diva, but as soon as I say it, Super Micro gets brought down by the hammer. Coalescence not letting anyone on his team die.
This is the one thing that I've noticed watching UCLA as many times as I have. The second they get a pick, the second Raxa has 4 ultimates and only 20 seconds left to make something happen. UCLA doesn't have any. If they have to have something happen, it's got to happen right now. Pip takes out iProgress. That's it for UCLA. Arizona needs to do something right now. Not GM doing his best, but immediately gets taken out by Juggernaut.
Sureku looks like he's going to be revived here. Diva Bomb came out, did not get the huge bronze level play you were looking for with that full team kill, and that's just going to break the back of Arizona's forward attack.
Raxa and Sureku coupling together flawlessly once again. Arizona, however, is still on the point, but not for much longer. However, the Coalescence just popped out, but countered by that Earth Shatter from Juggernaut. iProgress, 25 HP, barely getting out, and he falls to another Dax. That's going to be it as UCLA stops them.
That's a bad feeling if you're Agent Snow. Just feels it is going to be Arizona. iProgress on Soldier, Not GM on the Junkrat. Okay, so not a lot of Widow hard counters here. I'm not sure what the play is.
He's going to do a good job of stopping. Agent Snow falls to Pip right there, and he pops the Dragon Blade Ultimate. The entire team for UCLA is caught up in the back. He immediately eliminates eye progress.
Tactical Visor is shut down there. Arizona has a few more men left, but they're running out quickly. Just the one on the stall. That's Renova. Will fall down. Wasn't Rex at that time. Pip the one, making it happen for UCLA.
My apologies, that was actually Pip, not eye progress on Genji. A little bit of a misspeak right there, but it was Pip that took that point for UCLA. An amazing, amazing job from the offense characters of UCLA, and I completely agree with you there. Super Micro is actually getting really close to his ultimate as Sureku immediately dives in onto the point right there, doing his best job as he can. Immediately eliminates Agent Snow. Raxa getting a clean headshot on Yugs. That is no res possible. Revenos popping the Coalescence, but getting dove on by D.Va, and the point seems to be falling as 5 members are down. It's just Revenos. It's just him. He is 6v1ing right now, and he's surviving longer than he should have, but he immediately falls afterwards.
Yugs gets on that Lucio. That's good. Payload stall there. Agent Snow, but you cannot stall out this much damage. Not gems, tire, not going anywhere.
They seem to be struggling, streaming in a little bit. Super Micro having to pop his ultimate right there in just the hopes of pulling them off the point. iProgress popping his ultimate right there, a little bit of attack visor, but he gets isolated and destroyed by Pip. This is what I'm talking about. UCLA got one pick
Well, my
off.
initial guess of what I thought Arizona was going to do was straight up wrong, so I'm a little hesitant to make another guess. But they're going to make this high ground defense. One of the interesting things is they've actually kept
taking a little bit of HP damage, but everyone is basically full health. How is Arizona going to push through that? You have to weaken them down, and Revenos picks off Juggernaut as he overextends. This is your opportunity. You have to go right now.
And they push right in. Coalescence comes out. You got the high charge Zarya trying to burn these players down. Here's the attack visor from iProgress on the high ground. Takes out Raxa. Not actually better than aimbot. There's the triple kill. Arizona takes point A.
Ridiculously good work right there. Just like you were saying, they saw the opportunity. They made the play. They isolated Juggernaut with their tanks, and they killed him. Now it's 5v6, and immediately all 6 members of Arizona beat UCLA. Team coordination.
And they don't slow down. Speed boost their tank team forward, but immediately get mowed down as a result.
A little bit of an overextension from Arizona. They tried too quickly to move on to the point, maybe a little bit hopped up on their own juices there, but UCLA puts the halt onto that one, not allowing anybody to actually touch the point right there. Juggernaut on a 5-man kill streak, and he retains his whole hog ultimate. Far on the second point, it's time to make some changes.
I do agree, some changes, there has to be some change somewhere, but I don't know if flanks are going to do much better. Hold on, Riptire coming out. It takes out 2, sets up UCLA to roll over the rest of Arizona here. But I want to finish what I was saying there. They've got the Junkrat. They've got the McCree. What's a flanker going to do other than die?
It comes down to positioning. Raxa and the
They do have some ultimates. They've got the Earth Shatter, attack visor. They can go Nano Visor here. Not going to be the play, just attack visor. Yugs dies there. Not sure who he boosted, though.
Raxa is just doing a ridiculous amount of damage, coupled with Juggernaut's whole hog ultimate. Pip retaining his Riptire ultimate, and it doesn't look like Arizona's going to be able to push through as 3 members are down, including their ever 15 seconds left here. Super Micro, get your team together and use that ultimate right now. Pull them all together just as the Junkrat Tower comes in the back. A little bit of a pre-detonation there. Really unfortunate. They've got 5 seconds to get on the point. Super Micro going to use his ultimate any second now. He pulls it right in and does a ridiculous amount of damage. 5 people are sucked in, and they immediately fall. 3 members, 4 members are down for UCLA. 5 members are down for UCLA. Arizona may just have a chance to take this point from them.
They just have to throw Juggernaut off, and it's theirs. They got to stop the counter stall now. Very little time for Arizona. Raxa on the Tracer, gonna try and make it happen. They can't shut him down just yet. Trying to force off these players. Another Riptire coming in.
A millimeter away from full capping this. In overtime, Pip getting a double kill. Revenos actually booping another Dax. It's not, hopefully it's enough. They have to get on the point. 3 members are left. Sureku getting forced out of his D.Va mech and immediately taken out by Revenos.
Now it continues to stall out, but respawn's coming through for UCLA so quickly. Man advantage is starting to go their way, but they have to fight for the sound barrier. Not easy to do. It's just Juggernaut here. Someone's behind the enemy team. It is Raxa. Who would have guessed? But they step off for just a second. It's all over for either team.
Juggernaut actually taking out Agent Snow right there as Raxa gets a good pulse bomb on Agent Snow. UCLA defends Arizona with less.
We are going to be starting out in neither Village or Sanctum, so a new section of Nepal for us here at the PACG. But UCLA starting to come back here. Sureku is back. Lucio needs his team.
Arizona actually pushing up onto the point here. Yook's falling, however, but Agent Snow is doing his best, taking a ridiculous amount of damage from another Dax's Coalescence. Coalescence and the Dragon Blade from Pip right there, immediately felling Super Micro. Ridiculously good job from UCLA as they retain control of the point. Convincing hold from UCLA, Sleek.
Attack Visor, but they have to fight through this Zarya ultimate. That's not even really going to let them walk onto the point. Dragon Surge comes through. This could be it.
5 members down for Arizona. It's just the Tac Visor iProgress that's alive, but he is incapable of getting onto the point as Pip and Sareku separate him and don't allow any space for him to get on top of that point. UCLA
returns to the Hanzo with no fear.
Interesting to not take Widowmaker, but if it works, it works.
Though if UCLA wants to all in here, which they could be doing with the Coalescence, Riptire coming in, takes out Sareku's. We've seen the Dragon Blade come through, ultimates trading every which way, and it looks like UCLA comes out on top.
That was absolute mayhem. All the ultimates for both sides, with the exception of Super Micro's whole Holic ultimate, were used. The highest ultimate charge right now is
Bears for UCLA. They spent so many resources shutting down Arizona, just kind of out of options as they look to hold this point.
Ravenos popping that sound barrier right there. Pip actually picking off Agent Snow with a headshot before it can happen, but not GM is doing his best, shooting missile after missile into, or grenade rather, onto the point, and he actually seems to be pushing them off. They are so close to capping. 99% for UCLA. Arizona doing their best. Another Dax falls. Juggernaut falls, and they actually cap the point the second time, rather. Killing him, and Agent Snow is separated once again by Raxa, and he gets another kill. That's 3 members down.
Final Melee will put him out of there. Yugs trying to keep his team alive with the Coalescence. Just not enough healing in the world to deal with this. Raxa, headshot with a scatter arrow to put down iProgress.
That is such a cheesy ability. You can get headshots around corners. You can get headshots on people you didn't even know were there. Revenos trying to solo defend that point, but the power charger dropping out there from Sareku. No one's going to be able to stop that. They are now streaming in. It's just a matter of time before UCLA finally caps this.
iProgress tries splitting the damage with that Soldier ultimate. As you said, Raxa glued a map so they can work on practicing around him. Give themselves, they can experiment with some flankers, they can experiment with some barriers, which seems to be kind of the play here. Just going to be the Orisa for the main tank. What are you feeling about this?
I think it's Raxa with the double headshot and immediately puts the Kibosh on Arizona's defense. Another headshot right there, but not enough to kill him immediately. Another Dax uses the counter damage and eliminates Yugs. That's it. UCLA is now back in this.
I wanted to say, Big Earls gives them a lot of cover with that sign. Well, it doesn't matter if you're not behind it, and Raxa picks you back off while you're walking back. And that's going to be UCLA pushing forward. Right now, he's just shooting the tanks. Not his ideal target, but speaking of ideal targets, finding Sang here, but Raxa finds him.
That's how Raxa does it. Pip takes out Super Micro with a headshot, and Raxa has eliminated iProgress and Revenos. Another Dax popping that Coalescence ultimate and buffered by that Transcendence ultimate from Sang. Everyone is getting heals, and Raxa and Pip together are just doing all the damage that they need. They are in no fear of losing HP. 4.4 meters left, and it's quickly approaching 0.
Super Micro going on. Be careful of the Diva Bomb, and they are, Super Micro actually stalling very good with May.
An excellent pick right there to do the best to try and put time on the point, but it's just a matter of time. As we mentioned before, they're streaming in before UCLA finishes it off. That is such a great work from UCLA. Look in the top right.
I'm curious. I like the focus on the dive tanks here. I think that's going to be very important. But Raxa on the Genji, not what we normally see. iProgress not seeing it at all.
And that's how he does it. Raxa hiding off inside
Isolate anyone. There's no one to isolate. They're all just a blob of death.
Dragon Blade ultimate popping up from Raxa, immediately eliminating Yugs, and the rest of the team follows suit. Revenos and Agent Snow falls. Another Dax takes out Super Micro's Diva. 4 members are down for Arizona, with iProgress probably going to follow soon.
He tries to get out of there. Not GM. Can't get out of there. Have you noticed that
pre-usage? Shouldn't have used it right there in my opinion, but it looks like Not GM is going to try and hack Pip. Pip is a little bit isolated, can't use that grappling hook to get escape, and Super Micro capitalizes. Amazing team synergy from Arizona.
We call that the Sombra, but that's how they did it in the end. Coalescence on the Roadhog, making him hard to kill, but his health was already so low, not to be done there.
And Agent Snow takes out the ultimate from Sareku and just cleans house. 2 members fall for UCLA, with some more following quickly as Sang gets dangerously low. Raxa as well falls again. Arizona probably going to push it to the first point right here, Sleek.
Net Revenos having a very good game on this offensive Zenyatta. He's on fire, getting the headshots, getting the damage, keeping his teammates alive. I love this player on this character.
Super Micro at the very last second pops his ultimate, but incapable of killing anyone, and he will actually fall. In spite of
that's the second point that has been taken off UCLA.
Absolutely. However, Raxa right there pops the Dragon Blade ultimate, but immediately gets countered with the EMP. He doesn't get a single kill in iProgress with the High Noon ultimate. Kills 2 members. Pip and Sang fall. Raxa trying his best to take out members of the opposing team, but he has no healers. He has no tanks, and the Coalescence ultimate is popped as well.
But it seems like he may not need iProgress so close. The ultimate DPS duel, and iProgress comes out on top.
You gotta feel good taking out Raxa like that. Even though he is on Genji, taking out Raxa in any form is an achievement. iProgress doing a ridiculously good job with some crisp headshots back and forth.
His team actually doing a good job of pushing
the rest
forward.
of the UCLA defense to get out of the way. Super Micro diving in here and separating the rest of the tanks. Sureku falls, but Raxa counters and kill Yugs. iProgress is continuing to pop off. He kills Pip, and he kills the power ultimate from Sureku.
We called out the Sombra here as a bad pick, but really it's doing all the work. Raxa does come out on top in that fight, but early on,
as NotGM moves into the backline, pops the EMP, and immediately is sniped by Raxa on McCree.
It was a big EMP, but now he's not. Oh well, forces out Yugs' res to keep the fight going. This could be Arizona's chance here. Pushing forward, lots of little health bars for UCLA. Sureku goes down, and Arizona in control.
5 members fell in that team fight for UCLA as Arizona moves on to the second point. This is a really, really convincing push from Arizona as they have now taken 2 points off of on Route 66 against UCLA.
That hasn't happened before, has it?
I think it may have happened one time previously where they had 30 remaining to get this onto the payload. And it looks like Pip right there's going to be popping the Dragon Blade ultimate. He eliminates Yugs, and Sureku and Raxa carry through the backline. As you can see them down there, Pip, Juggernaut, and other Dax, they clean house. And a near team kill for UCLA, an actual team kill for UCLA as Arizona falls to some amazing synergy from UCLA.
It occurs to me, I have mentioned a tiebreaker twice now, but I don't actually...
They are the backbone of this team.
That's just going to be the power of the Moira. Denies death. Agent Snow wants to deny the High Noon. Super Micro will do it, but the rest of UCLA making it happen.
Fantastic reaction from Agent Snow there. However, we see Pip right here with the Dragon Blade ultimate getting 2 clean kills, and Super Micro counters with his Diva ultimate and destroys two of UCLA as well.
Now it's up to Pip here trying to clean off this payload. No one left for Arizona, and that's going to be it. It was a noble final fight on Route 66. One of the closest that anyone's ever come to taking a match off UCLA.